I have not been dismissed from my employment. I've been at the company for approximately 13 years. It's a small company. It's a construction company, and it was recently officially sold. And I'm just wondering, does my 13-year term still apply in case there is any issues of dismissal, or is it a brand new start for a new owner of the company?
Well, yeah, it's a great and important question by Antonio. Now, Antonio said he worked for a construction company. Before I actually answer Antonio's specific question, what I have to point out, and a lot of people are going to drop their remotes now in shock, and that is when it comes to construction, the same rules apply when it comes to severance. So many people think that if you're working in construction, you don't have severance rights. Not only do you have severance rights, it's the same rights as every other employee. So if you lost your job, you're working in construction, guess what? You have entitlements, you get severance, and you should never, ever assume otherwise. But Antonio's question was, well, the business is being sold. I'm going to start working with a new company. What does that mean for my seniority? Well, the general rule, John, is that when a business is sold and you accept the job with the buyer, your seniority carries through. So that means that on day one, you're not a new employee. In fact, you have the full seniority that you had with the previous company. And that's very important because if down the road you lose your job, your severance is going to be based on your full length of service, not just the length of service with this new company. So it's very important to understand that your service doesn't get extinguished just because the business is sold. That said, and this is the last point I'll make on this, is a company can try to eliminate your previous service through an employment agreement. They may want you to sign an employment agreement that says, we're not going to recognize your past service. That is a problem, and you should not sign something like that, certainly not without getting legal advice. But the general rule is, with the sale of a business, the seniority carries through.
EmploymentHourTV.ca is the website.
Lost your job? Employment law myth number 7. Involving an employment lawyer is expensive. Fact, in most cases, fees are nominal, and the employer will ultimately cover the fees. Always go to EmploymentLawyer.ca and check with the employment lawyer first.